So, you guys like Pokemon, right? And you like Fakemon too, yeah? Well, what if I told you there was another secret third category, Phaezoan? Hello everyone, my name is Sivana and welcome to my studio. We're doing more Minichimon here today, and I have decided to combine two separate Phaezoan families into one video, because otherwise I will never finish this dex by the end of the year. For everyone just joining, I am making my own creature collector tabletop role-playing game that is kind of based on Pokemon, Digimon, Monster Sanctuary, and so on. The region is called Minichi and has a mix of influences from Michigan and Texas, the place that I live and the place that I'm from. Like and subscribe if you're into all this, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all Minichi news going forward. Without any more preamble, let's get into the drawing. So I drew these forever ago, and there are definitely things that I would change now, but if I keep redesigning things, I will never be done. So the first family trio we have here are some ice foxes. There aren't actually, any Arctic foxes in Michigan, but both Texas and Michigan have regular foxes, and Michigan snows a lot, so I took some liberties. As you can see, they started off as a silly fusion line of Glaceon and some random other things. Basically, this little baby fox, Skikit, turns into the cute little teen, Crystule, and then the badass furry warrior, Arctival. Skikit is named after skis because ice and snow and winter and all that, and kit, as in a baby fox. Crystule is named after crystal, like ice crystals, and duel, because these little guys like to fight a lot. And Arctival is Arctic and rival. However, these are not combat types, they are instead ice and metal types. They use their razor-sharp metal-coated claws and tails to do serious damage, and they are very competitive, so they will often duel other Phaezoan and even make their own personal rivals. Crystule basically uses their tail like swords, and Arctival uses their claws, but they can also take out spikes from their tails to use like daggers. I wanted at least one Furrymon that's kind of like an homage to Lucario, where it has like explicit human features but is an animal, and I wanted it to be very androgynous, so it can be either male or female because foxes don't really have sexual dimorphism. So here you go. I went pretty low concept for these guys. Honestly, I just wanted some foxes and needed more metal types in the roster, so the only real thing that meaningfully changes is the personality between each stage. Skikit is pretty skittish, which is another inspiration for the name. Crystule is friendly but feisty, and Arctival is a stone-cold loner. Do you get it? I made their shinies a nice copper color to allude to the actual fox color, and to add in more copper themes since this is Michigan and copper is like really important for some reason. In this next line, we have some funky looking flowers based on the shooting star flower, which look like these things on the top left. I thought they looked kind of like bird beaks or something, so I wanted a weird bird flower thing. The base stage, Albala, is somewhat based on the Ipomawia alba, which is a white morning glory, and they also look like stars. They're also called the moonflower or moonvine, which will be relevant later. Albala evolves into a slightly bigger flower as they begin to blossom, called a prima, which is a mix between alba and the scientific name for the shooting star flower, Primula media. I'm so good at pronouncing scientific names. I struggled with the final design for a while because the only concept I had in my head was bird flower, and I wanted to make it psychic or, in my case, cosmic type. So, weird bird face flower thing from space. I thought about giving it 3 heads like a Dodrio or something, since the shooting star is always in these clusters, but that goes away too. I eventually land on this snake body where the moonvine comes in, and I renamed it from whatever the file name is up at the top, don't worry about it. This is now Prima Luna. Albala and Aprima don't get the cosmic typing until Aprima is exposed to a cosmic crystal, which is like a mix of a moonstone and sunstone from Pokemon. I think I actually called it the Dawn Gem? Whatever. But then they are able to evolve into Prima Luna, which gains the cosmic type as it now becomes one with space and time. I also gave Aprima this one little leg tail thing like Albala to keep the theme of it eventually turning into a weird snake flower with a starry bird face. Phaezoan are wild. The reason I ended up going with the snake motif is because I needed more snakes. For reasons. The reason being that Zazedo is based on the snake goddess of Belle Isle, so there's gotta be a lot of snakes on her island to protect her. So I have the fire starters, those land snakes, Prima Luna, kind of, and one other snake line that will come out eventually. I also have a gym leader of sorts, who is a snake charmer and based on me, because I just love these little legless freaks. They're so cute and cuddly. I didn't go too crazy with their shinies, I just made them different colors of the shooting star flower. Since Aprima was purple, I made Prima Luna purple, and Aprima is this nice pink, and I gave them minty teal green leaves. So yeah, here are some of my weird little guys. I'm not going to read off their deck summaries this time because it's a lot. You can just pause the video, or you could go to my Patreon and get even more info on all of my current Phaezoan creatures. I have also redesigned a few that I have already done on this channel, but I don't have time to make them into their own video, so I'll probably just make a montage of all my Phaezoans' final designs at the end of the year. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a comment telling me what you liked about it. Subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already for even more Mini-G content. As always, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.